Hello, welcome back. Today I am going to be doing swatches and a look with the Juvia's Place Saharan palette. I got this a little bit ago in an Ulta haul. I don't remember when, but I really haven't had a chance to play with it. I did one look with it. Here's what it looks like. I did one look with it that I wore, but I haven't done a look yet for my channel on it. And I'll tell you, I was going to do a palette bingo because I wasn't really feeling anything specific for today, and then I looked at the palette and I was like, no, I know exactly what I want to do. So I am going to swatch these for you, and then we're going to do the look. It's going to be kind of a quicker look. I don't have like a full review of this palette, but I feel like I do already have some thoughts on it. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in a little bit, and then I'm going to do swatches, and then we'll get into this look. While I'm getting these on my fingers, my summer giveaway is going on right now. So I will link that up in the iCards for you guys to check out that video and get entered into that. So we're just going to go ahead and start with the top row. I am not going to be able to say all these names at all. So Sokoto and Wodabi, no idea. And Boro, I don't know. And the last one in this row, Kia. So that's the top row. And guys, I know that this is an older palette, but this is a new palette to me, and I feel like doing the swatches just helps me. Whoa! Alright, so the silver one is pretty rumbly. They are all so pigmented. Oh my gosh, that silver is just like insane. Ooh, I feel like what I wanted to do for a look may be changing after looking at these. Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So the next row we have got Zoya and Iman and Jamila and Senegal. Ooh, that wasn't very good. Alright, so that is the next row. Let me take a look at these swatches. Ooh, let's see if we can build this Jamila up a bit. This is a different kind of swatch video. We're just kind of talking through it. So this one looks like maybe you've got to build this up a bit to get more pigment out of it, which is not typical for a Juvia's Place palette. But I guess you could also do a lighter wash of it. Ooh, I haven't used this Zoya yet. That is really pretty too. I have actually barely dipped into this palette. So then the last row we have is Chad and Katsina and Lulu and Fula. Fula I have used a couple of times. The other one, none of the other ones, I just broke into them. Let's see if we can build up some of these. I'm going to try to build up this brown shade first, Katsina, to see. Alright, so that one is buildable, and let's try Chad. Although I have to say, with a matte black, I prefer a buildable matte black than a really, really deep black right off the bat, because I feel like you can get more looks out of that and it's easier to work with. So that's buildable. It doesn't look like it's like a really deep opaque black, but it definitely is a buildable black and something that you could probably work with a little easier. Alright, and these two, how completely gorgeous are those? So shimmers, just like all Juvia's Place palettes, it does look like some of the mattes are going to need a little more building, so we'll see how those work together. I am going to do the look I thought I was going to do, and we'll just see how it comes out. I'm going to use this one, Jamila, and that way we'll be able to see how that goes on the eye. And this one is Iman, and this one is Sokoto. So those are the three shades that I'm going to use today. I may end up putting something else on the lower lash line. We'll just see. What I want to do for this look is I'm going to start out with the orange shade, which is Jamila. I thought this would be more of a rusty red shade than this orange shade, and that's why I thought I might change what I was doing for today's look, but I am going to do what I was going to do. So I'm going to take a small blending brush. This is the Morphe 507. And I'm going to start with Jamila. I have my eyes primed with the Ulta Matte Eyeshadow Primer. And this one I'm just going to put on the outside of the lid crease in transition. So this is going to be the whole outer section of the lid. And I'm just kind of patting this one on because I want to build that color up. That's where I want that orange shade. It's buildable. It doesn't seem super difficult to work with. It is going on pretty easy. And then without adding anything to the brush, I'm just going to take the brush and just kind of blend out the edge, but not adding any more color to it. The next what I want to do is go in with the Sokoto shade. So that's that pink shade right here. It's like a coral orangey pink shade. That one is going to go on this inner third. I'm so excited, guys, because after this I'm filming my first new makeup releases. Are they going on the wish list since I've been back? I've got quite a few to talk about. So when you see this, that video will already be up, so I will link that in the iCards. Goes on good, buildable, blendable. So while it didn't swatch the greatest, it's still a good shade. So then for the inner third, I'm going to use that shimmer shade. For this one, I do want to use a flat shader brush or detailer brush, concealer brush, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to pick up the Alamar one, and I do also want to use a fixing spray with that. I've got my Tarte Ready Set Radiant spray, and that's going to be the complete inner third of this lid. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is get that shadow down, and I'm actually going to wipe it in between uses because it is picking up the pink there. And I want those to blend where they meet, but I want the white part to pop where they're not meeting. Okay, then I'm just going to wrap that one around. And to blend it out, I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used for that shade, and I'm just going to pat where they meet. Not adding anything to it yet. I may end up adding, but it looks like they're going to blend pretty well together with that. Yeah, that looks good. So they blended pretty well together right there. So I've got that all done. I love how that looks. I kind of like that that was a more orangey shade of color than the rusty brown shade. I think I want to put the, what do I want on the lower lash line? I think I want the pink all over the lower lash line. I'm going to stamp that Sokoto all along the lower lash line, and then I'm going to smudge it out. I'm going to use the lighter brown shade in here. And then I'm going to take, this is the Luxie 111, the mini flat angled brush. And I'm going to take Katsina, that was this light brown shade right here. And I'm just going to smudge this. I'm not sure what I want to put on the lower lash line. I know I'm going to do the tight line with black. Ooh. And I know I want to do a wing liner today. And I'm going to try to use those darn Ardell, was it 110, natural 110s. They're in my Shop My Stash right now, and they are such a pain, but I am trying to figure out a good way to use them. So I'm going to put those on today with the wing liner. I'm going to find a lower lash line color to use, and then I will be back to finish up the look. The look is complete, almost. I decided to do black liner on the upper and lower line. So I think I do want to add a little bit more of the pink to the lower lash line just to make that pop a little bit more. So I'm just going to take this mini round from Luxie 141 and that Sokoto shade and just kind of run that along the lower lash line a little more. Yeah, I definitely think that looks better. So I've got those lashes on. Ooh, they're so irritating. It is so hard to get them on the inner corners. But they're on. So for lips today, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about my initial thoughts on the palette. I'm going to put on this Lip Stories in Matinee. I'm going to put this on the outer portion of my lip. We got a little more than the outer portion, but then I'm going to take this new Ofra liquid lipstick that I got. It is in Sao Paulo, and it's kind of a pinky nude shade, and I'm going to blend that in on the inner portion. So then by kind of blotting them together like that, it gives that kind of ombre effect, which I kind of like for this. So let me talk just a little bit about this palette here. This is probably not a palette I'm going to use very often. I do want to try to use all of the shades at one point in the next couple months, so I have a better feeling of how they look on the eye. But I think it needs more matte shades. So there's only the 4 mattes, and one of them's a black and one of them is a tan. So it just doesn't leave a lot of looks that you can create with it. Unless you're just like these. You could do a lot of different with like these and the transition and crease, and then using these shades on the lid, I suppose. Maybe I'll do some different looks like that and post those to Instagram. But this, along with their, what is it? I feel like it's similar to their Nubian 3 Coral palette. I probably won't purchase that palette because it just doesn't scream coral to me. It screams neutral grays to me. So, I don't know. I love Juvia's Place, but I definitely like, really those 9 pan palettes are my favorite ones from them. If you like a simpler look, this may be a good palette for you because you can, just throw a couple in the crease and transition area and then one of these shades all over the lid. That would be a beautiful look still. These shimmers are still the quality of Juvia's Place, and you guys saw that the mattes work really well even though they didn't swatch as well. So that's kind of my thoughts on this. That's my swatches, initial impressions, and a look with the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have this palette or what your favorite Juvia's Place palette is. I do hope that you will give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because it does really help me grow. And don't forget to enter the giveaway. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!